Hello everybody! How is everyone doing today? So here we are, I am 1 minute late. Hopefully everything is working now, because if not, that's not gonna be good. Last time I started streaming and everything didn't work, so like audio didn't work for 10 minutes, so yeah, not good. So if anyone in the chat can let me know if you can hear me well, if you can see me well, that would be fantastic. And if everything works, then I will start painting. Outstanding. Also, welcome, welcome. We will continue working on this very hot miniature, which is fitting because it's very hot today. So I don't know if I can manage streaming for like 4+ hours, but I'm sure that we can stream for 2 or more hours. We'll see. Awesome. Everyone can hear me, so let's get to it. Today I want to paint these leggings. I was just testing the colors, as you can see on this brush stroke right here. And yeah, we'll see where we'll finish. If we can finish the legs, that would be fantastic, but I don't think that we will. Also, thanks everyone for the follow. I have tried to fix the alerts because for some reason the audio is broken on some of them, but as I was checking it, everything seemed fine, so we'll see. If it's really broken, then chances are that I will just turn off the audio for the alerts, but yeah, we are not there yet, so yeah. Okay, now I need some paper towels real quick. I have also noticed that my wet palette starts to get a little bit moldy, which is definitely not great. And for that reason, I will try to not lick my brush at all. I don't know if I can manage that, but we'll see. Also, if you guys have any tips for getting rid of mold, yeah, Nurgle's blessing, exactly. But I don't know if I can consider this a blessing. But if you guys have any tips for getting rid of mold in the wet palette, that would be great. Copper? Oh, so like copper coins or something like that? I have sent it 42 pieces. Are you talking about the wet palette or your print? Bake them in the oven for a few minutes. What? But this is plastic, that's gonna melt. Okay, so this is the base coat. I know some people put a bit of copper wire underneath the sponge. And does it actually help? Because I have heard of this tip, but never tried it myself. My print, I've been sending since 10 a.m. The joys of 3D printing. Am I right? Good evening, how are you? For the Kickstarter, they sent you a copper sticker to put in the wet palette. Okay, so maybe I will try it in the future. Yeah, so for everyone who is just tuning in, today we are painting the leggings, or rather stockings, of this miniature. And we'll see if we can manage to even finish that, or maybe something more. So yeah. Copper is good anti-fungal and anti-mold agent. Okay, I will try that in that case. Because at this point, I feel like this is becoming sort of biohazard, right? I also tried putting it into a dishwasher, but still the mold persists. It might be similar idea to how brass cleans itself, so it's popular to use as door handles. Okay, I see. And does it actually help if the mold is already there, or will the mold stay? Tap water, yeah, tap water. So I assume that now we are gonna say that I should use distilled water, right? But even still, does it help with the existing mold or not? What is this lamp? Creature ing. This is the new Redgrass creative lamp, R9, I think. That is from their Kickstarter campaign. Yeah, it's really good. I'm sure that you can find more information online. I have also made a YouTube short for it, like a basic rundown, and yeah, I really like it. But at the same time, I received it as a gift from them. I'm not sure what is the final price. I think it's around 300 euro, which is quite expensive to be honest, but yeah. Use distilled water. Should decrease a lot of the mold. Ah, okay, I see. Hazumi got a lurk, but will be here in a bit. Okay, Gary, and welcome. Those tips were from old folks here in the hobby scene. Okay, I will try that in that case. But should I replace my entire wet palette now? For the future, I would recommend using water from the water filtering jug. Easier and cheaper than getting distilled water. Okay, well, better luck with the next wet palette. I also heard that Arnau Lazaro uses basically just a baking tray as his wet palette. And since it's not plastic, I assume that might also help with the mold. So I might give it a shot actually. Change it and put a little of kitchen bleach. Just to kill the nurgles. Okay, just to kill the nurglings. Fine. And why just a little bit? Maybe I want to use more, right? If it's already moldy. Like 1 or 2 drops. So what if I use more? And then I start painting and start licking my brush. Bleach is kind of very reactive. Have you tried gasoline and a match? No, I haven't tried that. Maybe I will. I guess that's what Space Marines use for the Nurgle. For the Nurgle infection and corruption. Okay, this first layer looks very patchy. I actually prefer to paint in a solid, more thicker coat, but yeah. This just means that we'll be a bit slower. It could stick to the sponge, and from there it can go to painting. Oh yeah, that's no bueno. I would only use it if you already have fungus on the same sponge. Yeah, I do actually. And it's pretty new sponge, so... I think that I have used this particular sponge for like just 2 times. And it already has some mold in it. Or changed the sponge. Yeah, but I changed it already like 2 painting sessions ago. Maybe I have one more left, but that's it. I'm not even sure how often am I supposed to change the sponge. Or maybe I won't use the sponge at all and I can just use the paper towels. Since I also add the paper towels anyway, so yeah. The plastic container, probably it has the fungus. That shit can dip in bleach. You can dip in bleach. Okay, I see. Thank you for the follow, Pollux 1000. Gumi just got censored for some reason, but I think that I'll allow it. I don't see a problem with it. Vinegar is sometimes suggested, but I have never tried that. Yeah, vinegar actually sounds like a non-invasive solution, which might be good. Okay, but for decals, I'm already using something else, so just like a decal softener. And it works fantastic. This mini is very well painted and it makes me feel funny. Hey Goops, how are you? And it's not even finished, you know. But yeah, I actually wanted to ask you guys, for those who have been present for the last stream, what do you think about the hair? Because I feel like it's super saturated. The banks are super saturated, and I am not sure if the balance is right, but yeah, not sure where to take it from here. Hey Thomas, yes, I do remember you. I've been thinking about you. Kept you in my mind. Kingdom Death seems like cool minis, but they are kind of hard to get. They sure are, and you also pay so many taxes if you want to get them in the EU. Also, Goobs, what do you think about Kingdom Death in general, if you are still here? Do you like the minis? I wonder. I think it's neat. Probably a small glaze of red orange can make a punch to do the transition. No, I actually wanted no orange at all in the hair because I want to keep it like super vibrant red, but this might be a bit too vibrant. I want to show you the box illustration for this mini and maybe you'll understand. It's a bit desaturated in some places and somewhere it's not. The plastic in that set is pretty good. Oh, I've assembled the White Lion and the 4 survivors that came with him. Haven't painted any yet enough. Though, okay. Okay, yeah, well, that plastic is also very old, actually, and the scale is very small. The newer minis from Kingdom Death are way, way better. I really like the hair, it is so smooth. Okay, let me get the box, so maybe you'll understand where I want to take it. Basically, the thing is that the banks are super saturated, as you'll see. Yeah, there's plenty of red and, of course, desaturated highlights, right? And it gets more desaturated as you go to the borders of the hair. And yeah, but I still feel like this is not as intense as our version right here. So yeah, I don't know. Lots of pinks, yeah, like definitely. Since I cannot really highlight into orange, if I wanna follow the box illustration, there is obviously gonna be pink present. Yeah, Goops is in here. For anyone not familiar with Goobertown Hobbies, he has awesome YouTube channel, so definitely check him out. But don't leave the stream. Love the setup video, just the kind of thing I was wanting to see on your channel. Lurkertown Hobbies. So I haven't noticed that you have some followers already on Twitch. You have actually more followers than me, and I have already started streaming, but I haven't seen a single stream of yours yet. So do you plan on starting, or have I missed anything? I streamed once this week, I'll stream again later. Oh, okay, I see. Have you streamed before that, though? Eons of Battle is present as well. Hey guys, how are you? What's up, Simon? Is that one of the new 40k models for the 10th edition? I guess you could use that as a proxy for the Tyranids. Maybe. The streams, 2 years ago. I see. Mostly people just follow me when they see me hanging out in chat as a viewer. Okay, I see. That makes sense. Can I have a shout out in a vid? Maybe. We'll see. Kentucky Fried Creature. Oh my god. Thank you for cheering. Thank you so much. Your paint job on that mini is fantastic and I really enjoy your YouTube videos. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. PhD ADD. Welcome! Goops with the big brain play. Yeah, this is kinda an investment in a sense, right? Yeah, a Terminator. Definitely. I'm always starstruck when I see names like these appear in my chat. For example, we had Hendarion the other day. It was also very cool. I also see. I think that Arno Lazaro was. He actually followed my Twitch channel, but I never seen him in my chat. Adam's Factory. Can I get a what? For my long-term Tyranid wishlist being nailed in one stream today? Steelers, Gaunts, Lictors, Biobars. The stockings provide 5++ in wool. Yeah, I wish there was such a thing in Kingdom Death. That would be cool. What is your plan for the stockings? My plan for the stockings is to paint them. What a great plan, right? I mean, I don't know. I just want to make them desaturated, like white-ish, grayish. Something like a green-gray, I suppose. But we'll see. I mean, sometimes I do have a plan for my minis, sometimes I don't. And sometimes I have a plan just for certain parts. So for example, I was pretty confident that I had my paint selected for the hair already when I started. Same for the skin, but I had no clue how to approach the stockings and the corset. Thank you for the follow, everyone who just followed. I just can't keep up, but thank you. Are you going to add any of the new Leviathan minis to your Space Marine army? I mean, maybe I can do another oil wash experiment, right? That's gonna be fun. That was my immediate thought. Christ. Yeah, we have some big names in the chat, that's for sure. But anyway, I already painted the apothecary, and chances are that I will paint the troops as well. I've also had no luck with oils. They are much harder than the painting masters would lead you to believe. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I fucked my entire army like that. But that was my fault, not the fault of the medium. So your oil wash problem, but I actually think the weathering looks really cool. Well, thank you. I appreciate it, but personally, I like my Space Marines very clean. I don't know. For some reason, I just feel like Space Marines should be quite clean. Like straight from factory clean. Maybe not what you are going for then. Yeah, like, definitely. And also, I already painted some Space Marines before the incident, and those are super clean. So now I have half of a Space Marine army that is super fucked up, and half of a Space Marine army that is very clean. So it looks quite weird together. Yeah, well, yeah. That's true. I have bought 4 different black oil paints and none of them give me a good looking wash. I think my next try will be mixing to get black and see if that works. So what exactly is the problem with the wash? Is the pigment like separating or something like that? Adams, are all Kingdom Death models limited? No, they are definitely not. Is it hard to collect them all if you started now? Yes. Basically impossible if you are not like a millionaire. Because like not all of them are limited, but some of them definitely are. So yeah. I think it's worth it to just buy pre-made oil wash, enamel wash. Yeah, I agree. Like the Tamiya, what is the name? Panel liner. That's good. Or streaking grime from AK. Maybe if you use oil wash again, just go one at a time. Yeah, and clean them immediately. Yeah, that's maybe preferable approach actually. Every time I try to mix my own oil wash, I get chunks. Have you tried like artist grade oil paint? Because it shouldn't do that. Can you thin panel liner without ruining it? The panel liner is already so thin, or at least the Tamiya one, that thinning it further doesn't make sense. Yeah, I am impatient as well, and that's why I use acrylics, right? Dry within seconds. Yeah, I've tried expensive oil paint and thinner and still get sediments. Now I just use $6 pre-mixed oil wash. From which brand? I wonder. I think MIG ammo is what I have. Also Tamiya. I see. Okay. And thank you for the follow, Eons of Battle, and thank you for the follow, Chroma99. Now, from time to time, you guys might see me clicking something or searching something on my computer. That's because I am looking at the version of this miniature that was painted by Sergio Calvo. And it's not like I want to just straight up copy it, but I want to see where he placed all his highlights, just to get an idea. Probably the ratios, too much Gamsol can create some weird effects. And the pigment and the reaction to it. Do you know when is your next stream? I'm streaming right now, come on. But if you have to know, the next stream will be on Wednesday. So I'm trying to stream every Wednesday and Saturday. Might have to go soon, though steadily praying for shout out. I mean, if you are my streaming regular, then sure, I can give you a shout out if I make a video about streaming or something like that. But otherwise, it would be a bit too random, I feel like. Okay, let me check the reference. Okay, yeah. I devs like playing with animal washes over cured acrylic. You should defo do how to stream video and also how hot is it there. Is it as hot as you thought it would be? Almost, I would say. It's quite bad, so I cannot stream for like 4 or 5 hours, like the last time, or like the last Saturday. But yeah, I can manage to stream for a few hours. The thing is, if I turn on my fan, then it would be very noisy. So that kinda stops me from painting for a long period of time. I wonder, now going nuts, food dehydrator machine can help to increase the speed of drying? I wonder. Oh, you are still talking about the oil wash? It's hot where I am too. I've been going sleeveless for streams. Even if I would go shirtless, then of course I would get banned. But there is still sweatshirt underneath because I'm so hairy. In my old apartment, it would get over 100 degrees. Yeah, that's Fahrenheit though, so I have no clue what that is in Celsius. In freedom units, exactly. And I could not paint, it would dry too fast. Do you use metallic paints much or non-metallic metal? I prefer the look of non-metallic metal, it is much harder though. Well, if I would paint like an entire army, then I would use metallics, right? If I was insane, I would use non-metallic metal for an entire army, which is what I am doing on my Gloomspite Git actually, and that takes me like 4 years already. But otherwise, when I have the opportunity, I like to use non-metallic metal as much as I can. Basically on all my display miniatures I use just non-metallic metal. This is absolutely stunning. Thank you, Adams. Appreciate it. Yeah, I spent so much time on the face, so yeah. Speedbaiting speedrun mode. Give the people what they want. Shirt off. That's not what Twitch wants, though. And my hand dremel broke. Just trying to get Zumi shadow banned. Would that be a shadow ban? Wouldn't that be like, you know, like actual ban? I think it would. Because apparently you are not supposed to show nipples on stream. That's the entire issue. So I was also wondering if I can even paint minis like barbarians, which are shirtless. They have some nipples showing, so yeah. Do you guys think that it would be an issue? Whip your willy out. No, that's a different story. Well, MTech Productions, it sounds like you are trying to get me banned, so I'm not sure if I can listen to you. It almost sounds like Picasso whipped out his willy on stream. Okay, fair enough. Have to go now, Zumi. Hope to be back later, but if not, have a good week. See you Wednesday. Yeah, okay, Thomas. See you. See you next time. Perhaps I will test the bounds of Twitch's policies. There is a Arena Rex mini with his PP out. I could paint that and see what happens. Yeah, I wouldn't go for it. I think that Zambies actually has some kind of special censorship for these kind of situations. Do you have any advice for doing non-metallic metal on thin objects like the trim of a Rubric Marine or the runes on a Necron Overlord? Huh. How big is the trim? Because if it's as big as like the trim of a regular shoulder pad of a power armor, then it's definitely possible. It really depends, but like at the end of the day, it's just a high contrast gradient with edge highlights. So I guess that's my advice. It really depends. And thank you for the follow, Rochambeau. About half the width of a Space Marine shoulder patch trim. Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing. You just have to be more precise. That's the entirety of miniature painting, I guess. Isn't it? Yeah, anyway, for anyone who is wondering why is this so rough, for now I'm just sketching everything, all the volumes, and I'm gonna blend everything later. So no worries at all. Actually, this is the fun part, although it might not look like it. The blending is the boring part. If time and money were not an issue, what would your perfect painting project be? Personal or video painting? That's a very good question. Whoa, okay. So there is this miniature brand which is called Limbo Division 209, and they make some really, really nice miniatures. And I was planning on making a cyberpunk kind of diorama. So I would take like 3 of these miniatures, make a diorama for them, and paint all that. And it would be fantastic. So that's my first idea. But if you gave me more time, maybe I would come up with something else. What about you, though? What is your perfect painting project? Yeah, so MTech Productions is super into Vi from League of Legends, one of the champions. And he printed like 6 of them, which is not like even a miniature anymore. It's like a bigature. It's a 1/6 scale. And yeah, so that's what he's painting. Kinda insane. 24 centimeters, yeah. Bike on the base is 35 centimeters long. All the bases. Yeah, at that point it's not miniature painting. It's just a different kind of hobby. If time was not a factor, I would paint up every 40k army completely. And would you actually speed paint it, or would you like go full ball sack on everything? In sort of doing that now, but very slowly. Ah, okay, I see. Also, thank you guys for the follow. I just can't keep up with it, but I appreciate it nonetheless. Actually, I would like to paint every single Warhammer, like even from Age of Sigmar and 40k, every single army there is as well. But that would take like a decade. Thank you for the follow, Warmonger. Is that your wife, Jim Bob? It's definitely a waifu, but not my wife. Thank you for the follow, Jack Borkins, Rad. Getting very sweaty. Oh Jesus, oh Lord, oh no. Oh Christ. I think that I'll have to change my shirt soon. Divím se, že v tom vedru ti vůbec funguje barva na štětcích. Dobrý večer, nazdar. No, t-shirt has to stay on, unfortunately. Yeah, if it goes like this, I'll have to change my t-shirt because that's insane and gross. But at least now you'll know that I'm not lying. The heat is insane. I picked like the worst month to start streaming. I swear to God. Sup, sir? Hi, Ramas. How you doing? Good, how about you? I'm doing well, but it would be very cool if it wasn't as hot in here. But other than that, I really can't complain. Well, if those small rabbits on shoes will not have ping ears too, it will be very missed opportunity. Oh shit, you're right. I didn't even like notice them. Or I didn't really pay attention to them. It's not a bad idea to make the ears pink, but it might be a bit too distracting. I think that I'll keep the shoes monocolored. What a weird space marine. Ain't that right? That's because it's a sister of battle, obviously. Don't you see? Kingdom Death is set in a grim, dark fantasy world, right? Yeah, it's basically it's very similar to Berserk, if you're familiar with the manga and anime. This model seems a bit modern. I mean, how modern exactly? Because Berserk is not really that new. But yeah, it's kind of funny that Kingdom Death is also quite very grimdark, even though it's fantasy. That might be actually a good video title. This game is more grimdark than Warhammer. Because, like, genuinely it might be. Well, there is no Demon Kulaba and stuff like that, but there is still some grotesque stuff. I'm curious, why every miniature painter on Twitch uses Warhammer category? It is not even close saying what are you actually doing. I guess it's because Warhammer is so synonymous with miniature painting, I guess. You know, that's why. And also, it's not like I have also painted some Warhammer actually. Not this stream, obviously. Kingdom Death makes one of my all-time favorite minis, Flower Knight. I don't know how to buy it. It seems to be available to buy 4 days a year. I think it's available right now, actually, so you might get it. Well, there's painting and crafting category, art 2. Well, yeah, sure, there is. Like so. I'm also painting Warhammer, not just this particular stream, you know. Just like miniature painting in general is very adjacent to Warhammer, I suppose. Yeah, Gumi is right, you can actually buy it right now. What do you like about the Flower Knight so much? I mean, the mini is okay, it's fine. But Kingdom Death has so many awesome miniatures that it's kind of strange that this particular mini is your favorite. Sweet Jeebus. Good thing I went to check on the printer. Basically, it was almost out of resin. I like how peaceful it is. It's got a good vibe. I see. Thank you for the follow. Gnateman. But you're right, it's definitely one of the more peaceful monsters in the game. It's supposed to be like a protector of the wood. Oh, Flower Knight is available. Yeah, it is. But chances are that you might get just the mini from someone and they can keep the game content. Good evening, Zumikito and chat. Good evening to you. Have you already checked the new Tyrannid models? They are awesome. I have checked the Tyrannid models. Unfortunately, I have to say that I am not that big of a fan of Tyrannids. But I really like the brainy Tyrannids, the new range. So, yeah. It adds some variety. Before adding the new stuff, it was basically just bugs, right? But the new models are dope. Yeah, the Norn fella is really good. Also the artillery bug. Biovore, maybe. Don't know the name. I just seen the. I just saw the picture. It's the one with like 6 legs. That's alternate, I guess. But the one with the big ass cannon on his back. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the whole aesthetic of them, but they seem to grow on me a little. Yeah, same. It's the same for me. That was actually true for Necrons. I didn't like them at all, even once the entire range was overhauled. But once I saw some of the ninth edition stuff from Necrons, I mean, it was quite interesting. Tyranids always felt like a plot device rather than an actual faction. Yeah, exactly. Like when I wanna play as something in any given game, I want it to feel important or heroic, you know? Even if it's like a villain, at least they have like agenda or something. But with Tyranids, it's just like mindless bug. I know there's like the hive mind, obviously, but the Tyranids are just kind of puppets. Zumi, have you played Kingdom Death? Is it worth getting into? Oh boy, have I. Uh, I play bunch of Kingdom Death, and it's awesome. It's not. It's not like Warhammer, right? You cannot really play tournaments in it. It's just a cooperative board game, and it's fantastic. Um, yeah, I mean, if you want to get into it, just watch some of the reviews, and it should give you some idea. Initially, I got into Kingdom Death just because of the miniatures, but the game itself is really fantastic. I really like it. It's actually the only game I am playing at the moment. So yeah. By the way, Zumi, when you started painting, like quality painting, just painting for quality, I started like 5 years ago, I think. It was a year before starting a YouTube channel. So I think so, actually. 2018, yeah. Maybe 5, 6 years ago. What's the model holding that you're holding? This is Easter Aya. You can actually see it in the title of this stream. Easter Aya from Kingdom Death. If you Google it, you'll find it. So yeah, initially I was just into the models because obviously they are very sexy and pretty. But the game itself is also very good, and it's definitely not as sexualized. Like obviously there is some very primal shit happening in the game, but the models that are in the core game are not very sexualized. And as you can see, the Flower Knight is just a regular model and also looks very good. No, I meant what is the model itself holding in her hand? Oh, okay, I see. So if you look at the box illustration, there is this rabbit plushie, and it's not glued on yet. Looks like a ball sack. No, it's not a ball sack, in fact. It's a plushie. Yeah. So we'll paint that later. Or maybe I will actually paint it offline. I have to be honest, this is like a really weird ball sack. So if your ball sack looks like this, I will get that checked. The stockings still look very dark. I'll have to go way, way later. The shape is similar to mine. Maybe I'll have it checked. Maybe you should. And actually, when it comes to Kingdom Death, there is an expansion that people have been waiting for like 5 years. 5 years, I think. It's a Gambler's Chest expansion. And I thought that maybe this is the right opportunity to produce a video about Kingdom Death, about the game itself. Thank you for the follow, everyone. I am very bad at following all these alerts, so sorry, but I super appreciate every follow. Codename Hero? Is that Codename Zero? Just different? I wonder. My GF googled... I'm not even sure if I'm supposed to say that out loud. But let's do it. My GF googled rimming after watching your video. Thank you, my friend. Did it help in some regard? Eons of Battle. That would be a great video. I'm looking at their website now and I'm a bit confused on what to buy. So, actually, if you really want to get into Kingdom Death, then you might want to join the community server on Discord, and they will be very helpful on what to buy. But essentially what you want to do is, if you are not like just into painting, then you want to get the core game, the basic 1.6 version of core game, and then you can add on top some expansions. So for example, Flower Knight expansion is one of them. Maybe you can buy Sunstalker or whatever, but pretty much the core game is the start. And by itself it's very good. But if you are serious about getting into it, just hit me up after the stream and we can talk. Buy the Pen 15 monster. What does that mean? I might take you up on that. I always love new games. Oh, you'll love this one. But the problem is that it's not like you can just play once for 2 hours and that's it. When you play for multiple sessions, and it cannot be really done in... It's like Gloomhaven, actually, if you're familiar with Gloomhaven. So yeah. You play like a campaign that is spread across multiple sessions. Have you seen Arena Rex? It's another game with very boutique minis and simple tight skirmish rules. No, I haven't actually. What's this setting like? Is it fantasy? Sci-fi? Gloomhaven, you said? Yeah, I think when it comes to the system, it's similar to Gloomhaven. But obviously Gloomhaven is not a boss battler. I've bought replacement bits for my Dremel. Praise the Lord. I really love the big personality of this mini. Yeah, like, me too. I like it as well. The other day, someone said that I picked this particular mini because of the of the big boobs, and I was like, no, obviously it's because of the personality. I mean, come on, can't you see how attractive her personality is? She's rocking the Playboy costume too, yeah. True. In lore, are those bunny ear permanent or a headband sort of thing? I don't know, actually. Since this is not like a playable miniature, actually there is a version that is playable in a gaming scale. This is like 54mm scale. Yeah, but like, I have no clue. Also, it would imply that Easter is actually a thing in the world of Kingdom Death, but I don't think that's the case. Hi Atel, how are you? In lore are those... Oh, okay, already read that. I wonder if the smoothness of the paint is the same IRL versus video. Is it or we lose gain smoothness when watching a video? What? I don't really understand that. Wheels gain smoothness when watching a video, what? I mean, when the miniature is on the rotating stand thingy, and I'm showcasing it in my videos, I try to make it as close as possible to what I see in real life as possible. So if you see that there is some issue with the smoothness, then it's the same in real life, basically. Atel. Melting, yeah, same. Look how sweaty I am. Actually, it's not that bad anymore, but yeah. I think that I'll change my t-shirt in a bit. But finally sat down with dinner, and then I might build some Gundam. Oh, so you're into Gundam. You're all over the place, Atel. How are you? Yeah, I'm also melting. Zumi, I have to go, but I hope you have a great stream. See ya, everyone. See you, Gomes. MTech Productions. Kingdom Death Lore. Jesus, popped in, died, resurrected, created a Gregorian calendar, and left. Yeah, that doesn't sound... That sounds like a Bible. Like the Bible, sorry. Well, my husband is into Gundam. I build them for him. He buys them, I build them. I mean, that's a very good synergy. But don't you have your own minis to paint? I mean transitions. I don't know how to explain it, but sometimes I feel like I don't have the same mini when taking photos. So I was wondering if I could do the same when filming. I guess I still don't really understand. It is definitely the case that you notice all the imperfections when you hold the miniature in your hand. And in a video or in a photo, it kind of gets lost a bit. So, yeah. Hey Thomas, welcome back. I just finished RG High New Gundam. I really liked you as a bunny from Lazy Squire Games. Have you painted that mini yet? No, I haven't. I have so much stuff to paint, but I would love to paint that one. Should I send you my address? Ahoy! Thanks for all the hobby goodness you bring, sir. Well, thank you, Celery, for the follow. And thank you for your support. Appreciate it. I've also not painted me as a dwarf. Yeah, I have seen that miniature, actually. They made me thick. Super thick. But I agree, there are not enough hours in a day. Yeah, like, exactly. My pile of potential is growing. I think Walgui 1 means the paint sometimes doesn't look as good in a photo or video compared to real life holding it in your hand. That might also be the case. I have noticed that some of my minis look better just in photos and some of them look just better in real life. And some of them look kind of similar. It really depends. Also, Beard Noodle Bowl stream. No, none of that. That's gross. I think that what Celery Paints is referring to is that someone with my type of beard just makes a bowl for ramen and eats noodles from his beard, which is very gross. I don't like that. The Gentleman Paints. This mini looks so good. Thank you. I'm glad that you like it. We already have been painting this mini for like 4 or 5 streams. Not sure, because one of the streams was split in half, was split in 2, because I wanted to show off my height adjustable desk because of Gary, of all people, who dared me to show it off. They took on my paint yourself idea for. They took on my paint yourself idea for Eons of Battle. However, Atel, however, not related to mini painting. I went to Spela today in the city center. Really good food and AC, so if you want to try, I can recommend the place. Yeah, I know Spela, but it's very expensive for what you get, isn't it? The type of camera might have some effect on the end result. All of my minis look terrible in pictures and, and in real life. Maybe that's not an issue of the camera that you're using. Can you get those Epic Kingdom Death minis from Amazon? No, definitely not. You can get them from either secondhand on eBay or in their actual official official shop. I look terrible in real life. Jeez. Don't be so hard on yourself. Well, it's on the more pricier side, that's true. Not for like every week visit type of place, but still better than the Ambiente in Slovansky Doom, to be honest. That one was kind of disappointing for how expensive it was. Okay. On the other hand, I really like Ambiente. I guess my question is, don't you leave hungry when you get out of Spela? So actually now I wanna ask you guys, since I have you gathered in here, do you feel like I can go even lighter on the stockings? Or do you think that this is light enough? This area right here. I mean, the meat was good, don't get me wrong, but still, and no, I did not leave hungry. Okay, that's good to know, but on the other hand, I am a big man, and maybe I'll need to eat way more food than you. And in Ambiente, it's actually that there is buffet, right? Maybe a tad lighter to make it pop. It was just for the joke. I follow a lot of your YouTube videos and it helps me, well, I just started hobby a month ago and I just discovered now your Twitch channel. I'm glad to hear that. I like the olive green going on right now. Yeah, I feel like the green should be noticeable just in the shades and that's about it. But the highlights should be like really light gray. I'm checking the reference again. And yeah, we definitely have some space to go even lighter than this. So we'll do just that. I will try this paint and see if it's like too bluish in the context of the stockings, but we'll see. What is your next video? My next video is about using 2D techniques, or like the point of the video is that you should use 2D techniques on miniatures because that's what is gonna improve your miniatures the most. That's the point of my next video. I'll tell. Yeah, but they kind of want you to fill your stomach with the buffet and with the fries so you don't eat too much meat. I don't know, you can just wait for the meat to come. They have to come eventually. You should definitely make a video. You should definitely make a video on streaming. Yeah, maybe in the future, but I am not too experienced with streaming at this moment. Not too sweaty, hopefully. Also mentioning your stream only twice in your last video. Is it enough? Definitely not enough. I mean, since yesterday, since the release of the video, I gained like 100 followers, so I guess it works. Okay, let's just try. How light can we go? And whether this is like too blue. No? Okay. I think we'll be fine with this color. Main problem with painting I have is that I am a perfectionist and can never call a mini 100% done. I mean, welcome to miniature painting world. I have this problem as well. This is actually a good mindset to have if you are a competition painter. But if you are like army painting, then it doesn't really make sense, obviously. And that kills my motivation. At some point, and the minis are left halfway done. I have 4 kill teams, about 50% done. Yeah, that's no bueno. Now with the Leviathan knits, I got my mindset straight to speed paint all of them and accept small mistakes here and there. Yeah, that's a good mindset to have. If you're army painting or you are just painting gaming pieces that you know that they are gonna get killed in just 10 minutes of playing the game, then don't sweat it, honestly. Is your new video going to be like one of your volume videos with the coloring book? No, it's gonna be different. If I follow and unfollow, is there a dancing zoomy alert? I don't know, like try it yourself, you'll see. See, it's there. Yeah, it works. Yeah, so I feel like this pastel green is as light as we are gonna go on these stockings. Wouldn't really go lighter than this. Looks good. Thanks. You should wet blend or glaze it. Don't tell me what to do. I mean, don't worry. Like, obviously, I'm just sketching it at this moment. And we'll blend it later. This is still very rough, but no, Thomas, like it's fine. I'm joking, of course. But I think that I mentioned it already that at this moment I'm just sketching the stockings and yeah, it's super rough. Hey, Owl, how are you? An average mini painter. The lightest shade seems a little bit off to me from the rest. Which shade, though? The lightest shade? Oh, you mean the lightest color that I used. I see, okay. Yeah, because it's more, it leans more into like blue, I guess. But it's gonna be fine, I think. Well, 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 Dr. Rhino. Look at this handsome fellow. How are you? Do you ever feel that your lamp is too bright and prevents you from properly seeing the colors? This usually happens when you put the lamp way too close. Like, just look what I do right now. You see that shit? See? It's way too light. Yeah, then obviously you lose the colors and you can't see shit. But yeah. You should see the miniature, but obviously the light can't be overwhelming. But also another thing that matters is the color rendering. So for example, this particular lamp that I got for free from Redgrass Creative. So keep in mind that I am a bit biased here, but this lamp is very good in this particular point. It has very good color rendering. So basically this is as close to daylight as you can get. So yeah, you don't lose that much color. Do you think the lamp makes a difference? Like, yeah, obviously you have to have some nice lamp. For the longest time I was painting without a lamp and I couldn't see shit when I was just basically an army painter. Once I got a lamp, it was night and day difference. I don't think that you necessarily have to get this particular lamp because it's very expensive from what I have heard. But yeah, get a nice, good lamp. For example, even the one from Neatfy is quite good. Now, if you're painting a lot, maybe it's worth the investment, but yeah, really depends. What's your budget and stuff like that. Got an idea for the base yet? The base is actually sculpted already. And it's like this. There are some Easter eggs. Yeah, so I don't really have to think about that. Do you think lamp... Yeah, I already read that. I'm trying to get the zoomy alert, but can't figure out how I did it. If you keep on following and unfollowing and all over again, then I think it doesn't work. We're going basic. I mean, I'll see. At this point, the base is just an afterthought, so yeah. Also, when I started this model, it wasn't intended as a competition piece. So I think that if I put more effort into this mini, I might actually bring it for some competitions. But we will see. I'll have to work a lot offline. Good evening, Heinrich. What do you think of all the new Tyranid models? I really like the brainy models, and I also like the artillery piece. But other than that, overall, I am not necessarily a fan of Tyranids. They are just bugs. But all the minis that feature some kind of brain, yeah, those are nice. So Atel, if you are still in the chat, does it look better? I tried to blend that in a little bit, so it now should feel more in place. I have arrived. Welcome. The ears look really nice. Yeah, thank you. As with the rest of the hair, I tried to, and like the head, I tried to work on it offline, so yeah. I'm sort of the opposite. I don't like the neural lictor and the big Norn emissary thing. Oh, so those are the ones I actually like. And the rest, not really. They look too busy to me. Okay, fair point. I love the new guns and gene stealers though. To me, the guns and the gene stealers look super basic. They are super basic bugs. Yeah, so not a huge fan of that. So Zumi, who are the painters you look up to and learn most from? It's definitely not the tomato. Although he does have a Patreon account. But the painters that I look up to the most are definitely Sergio Calvo and Arnau Lazaro. Arnau Lazaro actually published a book with AK Interactive that I already showed on one of my streams. And Sergio Calvo obviously hosts some workshops and has a Patreon account. Heinrich. Yes, it's a subjective thing. I prefer more grounded aesthetic over the Age of Sigmar over-the-top style, which some new 40k releases drift into sometimes. Yeah. On the other hand, I like those over-the-top models. They need to be if you have to paint like 50 plus of them. I'm glad I'm not a Tyranid player, because I think they look great, but I want to go buy them. Like, I prefer Leviathan Space Marines versus Indomitus Space Marines too. Yeah, I guess I prefer them as well. But as a box, I prefer the Indomitus. Because the Necrons are, I feel like, are better. Mikito has beef. What? Sumikito has a beef with Zumi. Can't get alert to work, sadly. Yeah, Thomas, that's because you are trying to unfollow and follow all the time. So maybe it got bugged. Okay, let me look at my reference. For those of you guys who are wondering, this particular miniature was painted by Sergio Calvo as well, and I am trying just to see how he defined his reflections on the legs. But I'm not really following exactly the same color scheme. Zumito, you will look up to me once I paint my Space Marine online. You'll have to show it first. Then we'll talk. Right, airbrush question. Have got any experience with Badger? No, I don't. I have tried using Infinity CR Plus. That's like my only more expensive airbrush that I bought, and now it's ruined. Basically, the parts just they just don't work. There was some kind of issue, and yeah, it got clogged, and no bueno. So all that I'm using are cheap, like $5, $20 airbrushes, and they are fine. At least when it comes to pistols, not the compressor. I managed to make a big profit on eBay yesterday, so I can afford an airbrush setup now. Yeah, so buy super cheap airbrush pistol, maybe invest more in some kind of good compressor. Got to go for today, Zumi. Have a great week. See you Wednesday. Trust me, I'm going now. Okay, Thomas. So see ya on Wednesday. I was recommending to get the Badger over Iwata. Again, no idea. I think that any pistol will do just fine, so yeah. Apparently easier to clean. Yeah, that might be true. But believe me, it's not as bad with the cheap airbrushes. Buy the forbidden brush. Hold back your temptation. What the hell is the forbidden brush? So how am I supposed to know? Also, this is like the 5th time that you mention forbidden, not airbrush, brush. So I am really wondering what the hell is that. Denver, it's nice to see you on stream. I watch all of your videos. Very good work. Thank you, I appreciate it. There's also a nice badge that you have. I can't say it won't. What? I can't say it won't say it can't and won't. What? Thank you for the Prime. Actually, you are on my Patreon, so thank you. That's double the support. Get those Bezos bucks. Yeah, exactly. Also, RQ, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but you can correct me if you want. But can you share your Instagram or something like that? Because I don't think that I have seen it yet. It's unpronounceable, so you are good. Okay, fair. Hey, Doug, Gunozal. You guys and your nicknames, jeez. Is that the language of gods or something like that? Yeah, wondering the same. Good evening to you, 2sec. It starts to feel a bit too light for my liking. What do you guys think? Is it too light, the stockings? Looks fine. Love it. Maybe a bit. Takes a lot of the focus. Huh, I see. Yeah. Yeah, looks fine. Wouldn't go higher. Same. I'd personally be pushing to pure white, but it works. No. We can't go pure white. I think this is as light as we can go. Maybe I'll have to make it a bit darker. Too light, says Jonas. Maybe more blue. So I guess that once I'm done, I will still airbrush the shades. And yeah. But okay, I won't go any lighter than this. It's so difficult to obtain models from Kingdom Death. Yeah, like, tell me about it. The duties that I pay every time I order from their shop is that's insane. Don't lie, Super, there are no KDM box arts. True. There is just this illustration, I guess. Maybe that's what he meant. It doesn't distract from her assets. You mean from her personality? Yeah, I love paying VAT on delivery. Same. My favorite pastime. Still technically box art. Yeah, I guess. You can call it box art. It's an illustration. Painting some random figures for D&D to tabletop standards, kinda is so relaxing for a change. If you don't have to grind, it's really pleasant from time to time. Putting some real ballsack effort into a miniature is tiring. Actually, the box art is black ink over craft cardboard, so... It also might be the case that it looks a bit too light because the shoes are not painted and those are basically black, and the corset is also basically just black. So once those are painted, it'll be fine. Thank you for the prime. Sup with that. Appreciate it. Excited to pay customs on Gambler's Chest. I mean, do I actually pay customs on that? Because it's actually shipped from the fulfillment center that is in Netherlands. So do I? Obviously I have to pay the VAT, but customs? Yeah, right? Is my understanding correct, or am I just totally off? Just some sloppy TMM and OSL on my new character modus. Looks great from a distance. Not super smooth, blends for months. Yeah, on my gaming PCs I also don't blend super smoothly. So, Eric, are you also waiting for the Gambler's Chest? You will pay that only. Oh, that's great. Because I think that when I received my core box of Kingdom Death, I also just paid for the VAT and that's it. No customs. No additional taxes. Thank God. I'm gonna pay extra shipping from Netherlands, but it's my own doing. How come? And Taylor, like, how do you know that I will not pay any customs? Pizza consumed, back to sending. Okay, I guess that we'll have to start blending a little bit. Also, I have to say that I'm really proud of myself because as far as I know, I haven't licked my brush yet this stream, which is quite an achievement for me. I'm in trade. We ship from Germany to every country in the EU. We charge VAT of the receiver's invoice on the invoice. Okay. Ah, okay, I see. The real question is, go wash and prime what I can, or keep doing gauntlets ready and prime tomorrow. Floater UK, hey Zumi, looking good, bro. Thanks, man. Welcome, welcome. I'm very sweaty. I look like a proper wargamer right now, I think. Gary, hey Gary. Time to crash some stream. No, today I decided that I will paint just sitting down. So yeah. Is that miniature of the bunny girl from Daikon 3 and 4? No, that's just from Kingdom Death. But it might look similar. I'm not too familiar with that. Good evening, Cetaphone. LOL, are wargamers sweaty? It's you too. I mean, I used to be a wargamer, so yeah. Don't sweat it. So what did I miss? How is everyone? I mean, you missed me painting these stockings, I guess. That's about it. Awesome work. Thank you. Yeah, still this girl, like, obviously it's not done, so I have to continue. This is an awkward angle because I can't really show it on camera properly. Wargamers are more than sweaty. They are marinated in sweat, right? I mean, when I used to play Warhammer in this heat, that was the worst. How long are you painting her now, Zumi? Over 10 hours? Yeah, like, I'm gonna bet 20. Yeah, like, I think that I am way over 20 at this point. But it's kind of hard to tell because whenever I am streaming, obviously I am trying to focus on chat as well, and that kind of distracts me from the painting part, right? Also, you're sweaty, like you're sweetie. Oh, thank you. Stop it, you. I can be both. If I painted this piece offline, I would be definitely faster, like, obviously. Výhovorky. Tak jo, no, tak jsou to jenom výhovorky. No. The strange language you just heard was Czech, for those of you wondering. Well, actually, that was not even Czech. That was Slovak. Oh, you little sweetheart. Remember, guys, sleep while painting. That's a Sigma move. Well, kind of Slovakian though. Yeah, Slovakian, I guess. Oh, you're painting the stockings with quite a harsh transition. How are you going to smooth it? Is this the part of your strategy to crash the stream? Are you trying to get me angry? Because obviously this is just a sketch. But also, I am definitely gonna keep the stockings a bit harsher than the skin, for example. Because I want there to be a contrast in finish. No, I'm asking questions to learn and so others can learn too. Okay, fair. Yeah, I'm gonna keep the stockings a bit harsher and keep the skin the smoothest texture on this miniature. But obviously I am still blending it a bit. Oh no, check then. I was gonna ask for Pilsner Urquell. Dear streamer, when will you look and give feedback to my work? I mean, at this point you can just hit me up on Instagram, I guess. But since so many people request a feedback from me, I'm trying to give it just to my patrons. But if there is an opportunity to stream and make the stream about the feedback for you guys, then we can do that, I guess. I'm getting bullied for asking painting questions. Maybe we should talk about drugs again. Maybe we should. Always a great topic. Like, for example, if I left this transition as it is right now, I think that I would be happy with it. It's also not like the center of attention or not immediately visible part, so yeah. I think that I'll change my t-shirt real quick. So yeah, be right back. Okay, I'm back. And funnily enough, we have even more viewers than before. Which is quite interesting. So, what did I miss? Oh, okay, I didn't miss anything. Just have to mention, you are taking your shirt off to get more viewers. Interesting. Shit, I just licked my brush. At the start of the stream, I mentioned that my palette is quite moldy. And I'm trying to not lick my brush at all, because at this point it might be biohazard. But here we are! Getting fucked by Papa Nurgle. Yeah, let's go. Let's go to the hospital. Am I right? Good biome training. Oh, that's why it tastes so weird. You're strengthening your immune system. Yeah, I did some research on that, and apparently this is a bit too much for your immune system. Bad news is you got sick through a weird painting mold. Good news is that we can name an illness after you. Wow, great. I'm doing my part, I guess. Zumikito, you should put a penny or copper wire in your palette. It helps. Yeah, like 20 people already told me that. I will do something similar to that. I will also use a bit of bleach. So yeah, I will try to solve it. Don't you worry about that. Guys, where is my bluish white bottle of paint? Have a whiskey that's smooth, the mold over, or vodka as water could work, I guess. Bleach works well and smells well too. Smells good too. Okay. And it's also fantastic to put on your miniature, am I right? Someone also said that it will melt the plastic of the wet palette. I don't know who to trust. Because mold is addicted to crack and will sell the copper for drugs instead of making you sick. Smart. If it's not pure bleach, it's fine. Yeah, I guess there is also the kind of bleach that is specifically made for mold. So I can use that one. I'm using a kitchen cleaning spray that has bleach in it and nothing's been damaged yet. Does it actually get rid of the mold? Because I used some kind of kitchen detergent thingy and the mold still persists. Well, technically, I didn't get to the point where it was moldy. Okay. Well, I am already there. I've never used any detergent and never had my palette get moldy. Okay, that's a small miracle, actually. I feel like my palettes and my sponges for my palettes get moldy all the freaking time. And you know, I am actually trying to dry it properly and clean and everything, so yeah. I don't know why it does that. I wonder if AK doesn't put biokillers in their paint. What? That would mean that I cannot lick them. Are you using tap water? Yes. Everyone is saying the same thing over and over again. Beard moisture. What's up with beard moisture? My beard is not getting moldy, fortunately. I am waiting for someone in chat to say yet. My beard is not getting moldy yet. It would be kinda insane if I got the moldy beard from my palette. My homemade palette... It's not palette, it's palette, right? Just my shitty English. They are not toxic, but GW puts them in contrast paints. Oh, really? Oh, really? That's actually a thing. I thought that's like a joke. Very interesting. My homemade palette never got moldy, but that may be because I live in southern Italy. Might be. Have you tried turning your palette off and on again? How do I do that? You can come and show me. Hello, I love your YouTube channel. Thank you, Checks. 999999999. Thank you. Tap water. Never dry it, never clean it. I've been using the same sponge since 2017. I had it stored in the hot attic with water in it and the lid on. Mold just hates me and doesn't want to spend time with me. Okay, that's insane. You created essentially a perfect environment for mold and it still didn't get moldy. Like, what the hell? Simple, just find the power switch on it. Yeah, that's very helpful. Okay, let me look at the reference again. Alright. I feel like these lines that are separating, I don't even know what this is called. This kind of thing on the stocking. But yeah, the separation between these things is too harsh. So I'll have to wash it with my base coat color. Maybe I am too unhygienic for mold and it's disgusted by me. Yeah, it's very strange because I'm trying to do everything right so my palette doesn't get moldy, and it still does. You do everything wrong. In fact, you try to help the mold. You are on mold's team. And it doesn't get moldy. What the hell? I'll have to do a bunch of fixing offline, but yeah. That's life. That's life. Care less, profit more. But I do care about my minis. I have to care. Mold is like love. If you try too hard, you eventually push it away. I'll tell. When my sponge gets moldy, I started to use distilled water from DM. Oh, okay, the drugstore. Yeah, drugstore for a couple crowns. And since then, nothing. Okay, I'll try that. So, distilled water, bleach, and copper. And once I do that, I'll be fine. Wait, there is DM in Czech Republic? Like, obviously, we are not some third world country shithole. We are still in Europe, Gary. What did you expect? Don't forget the weekly prayer to ward off the mold god. Drop a coin, battery. Seriously? Drop a coin, battery in there, problem solved. Once you get rid of your forbidden brush, everything will change for you. What the fuck is the forbidden brush? And some vodka, not for the palate, but for you after brush licking. Okay, fair. Yeah, but DM is such a small chain by now, is it? They shrunk a lot the past years. So I'm just surprised they have branches outside Germany. Yeah, we really do. We really do have DM everywhere. But I guess if you would be surprised because you would assume that Czech Republic is a shithole, you wouldn't be the first person. I mean, I'm still flabbergasted by the fact that the Breaking Bad creator thinks that 10% of Czech Republic is addicted to meth. What the hell? I thought DM was exclusively German. No, it's not. Or like, obviously it's a German company or chain, but it branched outside. Well, my first experience in Prague was a homeless guy shitting in front of the train station. That was my first experience in Paris. I'm not even kidding. That was in Paris, and it wasn't in front of the train station, but in front of a local KFC. But very strange. I No, it would be too graphic. But yeah, I saw a homeless person take a shit in front of a KFC. Like, wild. At least on a in front of this train station, you can kind of understand. You know, it's a train station. Like, obviously, you can take a shit there, I guess. But in front of a KFC, what the hell? Uh, Germans get everywhere. UK is full of Aldi and Lidl. True. Homeless guys love shitting in big cities. Yeah, true that. True. Zumikito, don't act like you don't do a bit of crack painting combo every once in a while. The only crack I prefer is the plastic crack. For the Americans here, Trader Joe's is Aldi. Yeah, unfortunately we don't have Aldi in Czech Republic. Okay, now people are just talking about different types of shops and chains. Unfortunately, I have no experience with Trader Joe's, but I would love to. It sounds lovely. I also heard that the clerks actually try to initiate a small talk with you, which I totally understand that some people find quite unpleasant, but I would like it. Aldi isn't Aldi. Aldi has very deep lore. What the fuck am I reading? Aldi iceberg. That could be a legit YouTube video that I would watch. I actually love iceberg videos. Those types of vids are dangerous when I have stuff to do. LOL. Are they? To me, it sounds perfect when you're painting. Because most of the time, the creator just talks about it. You don't really have to watch the video, you just kind of have to listen to it. So it's perfect. An ideal substitute to podcasts. Oh boy, some more Aldi lore. Aldi was founded by two brothers. They eventually got in a fight over whether or not to sell cigarettes and decided to split the company into Aldi North and Aldi South, forming the Aldi Equator, which to this day exists across Germany. And usually Aldi North and South do not expand to the same countries. Wow. Legit, this could be an anime, and I would watch it. Attack on Aldi. So, you anime positive, Zumi? Look at my fucking name. Read my fucking name. And guess. You think so? Of course. I've been listening in the background and thought you were talking about the car brand Audi. No, Aldi. There's L. Say my name, say my name. Yeah, no, I really like anime. Also, Kingdom Death is very, very anime adjacent. Atel. Well, I don't know. People think I am a dude from my nickname. Actually, your nickname doesn't sound as masculine as you might think. I think it sounds kind of feminine. Can't assume anything these days. Okay, that's fair. Anyway, are you gonna see Suzume in cinemas? Okay, I am into anime, but I am not a weeb. So, I don't think so. Thank you so much for the sub, Ultron. And you guys just heard the alert, so you can tell me if the sound is broken or not. I really wanna know. I thought it was a feminine name. Yeah, like to me it sounds very feminine as well. Sounds like you are Elvish. Yeah, definitely. Well, if I had a cent for every time a big German company founded by brothers was split into two still successful companies over a stupid fight, I would have 2 cents. Not that much, but still weird that it happened twice. Oh my god, Ultron, thank you for the sub. I truly appreciate it. By the way, but still weird that it happened twice. This is a meme, right? This is like a copy pasta. Where is this from? Oh my god, everyone is subscribing right now. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. And please, please, please do let me know if the sound of the alert is fine or not. Because last time it was broken and it sounded like shit. Silas XX, love your content. Thank you, I appreciate it. So how did you find my Twitch channel? Did you see it in my video or through Instagram? I don't know, but it's a great meme. That copy pasta about 2 cents is from a scene in Phineas and Ferb. Yeah, yeah, okay, there we go. That's where it was. You don't have to be a weeb to enjoy some good anime. But okay, not into all anime related stuff, got it. YouTube, I don't have use Insta. Oh, okay. So I assume my latest video. Rule 29 states. In the internet, all girls are men and all kids are undercover FBI agents. Rule 30 states, there are no girls on the internet. The room tour, oh, okay. Well, good thing I mentioned it twice in that video. But yeah, the other instance of fighting brothers is Adidas and Puma. I mean, Aya has some real arguments for the model. Thank you for the sub, Kohler XD. Zumi, just for your information, yeah, the notification sounds are crackly. But it gives on the meme nature, to be honest. Alright, so I can't really do anything about it right now. But this only happens when someone subs, right? Nothing happens if someone follows. The sound is okay if someone follows, I mean. But anyway, as I mentioned, thanks everyone who just subbed right now. I can't thank you enough. No, a little bit cracking too. Okay, that's very strange. Because I was checking it before the stream began, and low bitrate too when following. Ah, okay. So I might actually start streaming from my desktop and not from my laptop, and that might help. They are being compressed for some reason. Strange. Very strange. Stream audio is perfect though. Okay, that's what's really important. You're welcome. You saved so many brushes and models. Basically, what is your nationality? You are European. Yes, I am European, but honestly that wouldn't tell you much. because you can be European, but you can still be like Italian or German or whatever. But I am Czech. I am from the Czech Republic, right next to Germany. And Poland. Must be the mold. The mold is infecting the stream. You are perfect too. Oh, stop it, you. Stop. Zumi and I are long distance neighbors. Basically. I was in Germany last month because I don't know, Lazaro had the workshop there. So like, just visiting Germany is not a problem at all. Wow, legs looking good. Thomas, you are here again. What the hell? Go away. Yeah, I can't trust you anymore. The trust has been broken. Yes, Atel, that makes you a short distance neighbor. I mean, that's just a regular neighbor, right? Do you have the immense pleasure to see a stick figure drawn by Arnau during the class? A stick figure? Shit, I should ask for a refund because we didn't have that. For which occasion did he draw a stick figure? Yeah, I will ask for a refund. Regular neighbor would be the actual neighbor, no? Yeah, but like the actual neighbor is even closer, so like calling yourself short distance doesn't really make sense if my actual neighbor is actually even shorter distance from me. Don't think you live in the same building as me. Yeah, I probably don't. Nice to see how much you can do in such a small amount of time. You're shitting me, right? Because I feel like I didn't make any progress at all. Like, or very little progress, actually. Hype train. I have no clue what the hell is hype train. But there we go. Hype train happened. So that's cool. I did a skin class with him and he drew most scuffed boxes stick figure on a board. Highlight of the weekend. Stop ruining the fun. Now it looks good on the bit you are doing. Okay, fair. I mean, there is obviously some progress, but I don't progress at the rate that I would like to. Maybe it would be a better idea to paint more simple models for streams. Some models where I don't have to try as hard. Or like, I'm not even trying that hard. Obviously there is, for example, a competition piece in my display. But perhaps just a model for my army would be better. Whew. Oh, okay. I haven't missed anything. So many people joined our stream right now. That's insane. Welcome, welcome everyone. How did you guys find me? Thank you for the follows. I appreciate it. I wonder how many people are checking this particular stream because they see this this miniature with a very nice personality, and they just are compelled to click. In that case, painting miniatures like these might be a good strategy. Maybe just wet blend. No, I won't wet blend anything here, because well, wet blending would be used for my army pieces, I guess. How is the Zumikito and Aya ship going? To fajné, že má můj soused takový potenciál. Plánujete vytvořit materiály v češtině nebo slovenštině? Obávám se, že ne, protože není na to dost lidí. For your information, Hype Train is when a bunch of people subscribe in a row. Yeah, I kind of figured. Paint some quick Spyro Mirabilis bust. What? You can't paint that shit fast. No, I checked before, got angry at something, then came back because of you, Zumikito. Oh. You're the handsome one here. Christ. You guys making me blush. And I'll most join the stream because of the beard. Or maybe people join the stream for the personality and they stay on the stream for the beard. Paint memes. Make them not be dreams. What kind of memes, though? Obviously, I made the pizza guy, the Iron Father Pharaohs, but I wouldn't like to paint that again. But for example, when they released the new incubi, because there were old incubi that were finecast and those were just shitty. But the new incubi have an, not Exarch, but the Clivex. And he has a weapon that he basically holds like this. So it's like a paddle, right? He can go kayaking. So I have seen this Clivex in a kayak. Udron, máš hrozně dobrou angličtinu, jak? Já nevím, prostě se snažím, tryhardím, no. Oh my god, people are rating my stream in Czech. Oh Christ. Maybe, but close one. Yeah, no, just slap chop that sounds great. No, I won't slap chop shit. That's not happening. Nothing against the technique, obviously, but like I don't exactly prefer it. I started watching it because you were painting something other than 40k, but also liking this style of painting and enjoyable to listen while I'm painting my own stuff. Ah, great. So you are not exactly into Warhammer? Fanguat? I know that I mentioned it in a different stream, but your name sounds like the villain from Shrek. And I'm so sorry. We could in Polish. I'm afraid that I don't understand Polish at all. Sometimes I have a bit of trouble with Slovak language as well. I don't even know what you said in Czech. I don't even remember, so yeah. Slapchop the Spirit Bust. There's no way. That would be heresy. Straight up. Yeah, I don't play 40k and don't really like their style, so it gets kind of annoying when that's the only thing around. Okay, but like, you don't like the Warhammer universe at all? Like, not even Age of Sigmar? Because, for example, I prefer somewhat Age of Sigmar to 40k anyway. It's like common with Polish or Slovak. Yeah, I know, like, obviously it's the... what are they called now? The Slavic languages, right? But still. Since I wasn't really exposed to them that much, it still gives me a bit of trouble. Age of Sigmar is okay. I think Age of Sigmar, when it comes to painting, has much more interesting stuff. That might be because there is not as much armor. In 40k, everything is in armor and everything looks kind of the same. In Age of Sigmar, you have much more organic stuff, and yeah. It's more painter friendly, I guess. I own a Da Vinci Maestro Series 10 size 2 and Winsor & Newton size 2 and used the Winsor & Newton for a long time, but now I have Da Vinci Maestro thinner brush and feel that the Winsor & Newton in a way too thick now. Yeah, like I just go back and forth between these two brushes, so I don't have an exact preference. I agree, I like only that guard from 40k. Yeah, I like a bunch of stuff from 40k, but just Age of Sigmar in general, I feel like is better for painters, if you are mostly a painter. I just love Skaven, but don't care about the rest. Well, I love Gloomspite Gates, and don't care as much about the rest, to be honest. Age of Sigmar has some really cool models, but then lots of stuff that is just fine. Yeah, like, for example, a lot of the chaosy stuff is just plain barbarian, and that's about it, right? Space Marines, round spheres, Kingdom Death, round spheres? Nah, that's not true. Space Marines are very sharp. They have round features, like, obviously the shoulder pads are round, but overall 40k is very sharp. Warhammer is very sharp. Kingdom Death is quite soft. Basically, I have a question. I work in transport, and when I ask somebody to search something in Polish, is poszukasz. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. And I find out it's very offensive. Yeah, because poszukasz means like fucking someone in Czech. Yeah, it's funny. Not gonna lie, the new free guild models make me consider getting back into Age of Sigmar. Yeah, those are dope. Whoa. This is the first time that I can't keep up with the chat. And it's cool. I love it. But it stops me from painting. I always want to paint for purposes of playing. I don't usually paint just to paint. Ah, okay. See, I paint just to paint. A lot. Way more than for my games. It's because he has seen my troll. You mean that's why I like Gloomspite Gates? Well, you'll be disappointed to know that I prefer squigs to trolls. So too bad. I dare you to go and get some sprue clippers. I have 3 of them. I don't need any more. I have a lot of Age of Sigmar models, 40k models too. Good too. But there's a reason I'm painting an incarnate and have a Centaur Marshal up next. Oh, that model is waiting for me. And I wanted actually to paint it for Golden Demon, but obviously didn't manage to. I need to give the Raphael 8404 a try at some point. Same. I tried it once and the hairs started splitting. That wasn't great. But I hear nothing but praise from everyone who uses them. Yeah. Actually, that one was good. I tried a different one at a different workshop, and that started splitting. I don't think that I will ever get a better brush than Winsor and Newton. Like, those are just fantastic. I tried GW brush once and damn, it was so shit. Split after 3 uses. I was of the same opinion in the past. But if you guys are familiar with the channel called Nesgaik, I think, he has a few videos on YouTube, and he paints almost exclusively with GW brushes, and still has very good results. So I don't think that those brushes are necessarily shit. I also want to try the Rosemary's, but every time I check, PK Pro is sold out. Ah, okay. I thought you liked DaVinci Maestro 35, not Winsor & Newton as much. I like both. As I mentioned, I switch back and forth between Winsor & Newton and the DaVinci Maestro Series 35. Like, both are absolutely fantastic. I got Winsor & Newton and hated it. Couldn't hold a point. Well, obviously, you are gonna get some bad pieces no matter the brand. So, maybe you were unlucky. What are you painting with now? Right now, this is DaVinci Maestro Series 35. Yeah. Guilty. But I think that for majority of the skin tone parts, I used the Winsor & Newton. Also, this is not my best brush because it's already... The tip of the brush is already very fucked. So yeah. If I was doing some real detail work, obviously I would use a different brush. You're using the same brush since 2018. Well, that might be because you are not painting. I want some advice on a miniature I put loads of effort into. Where can I go for feedback from you? So at this moment, so many people are asking for a feedback from me that basically the only place where I offer it is through my Patreon. So if you join my Patreon from the 2nd tier and up, you can also join my Discord, and then you can post your miniature. And there is specifically a channel dedicated for feedback. And there I will try to Photoshop your miniature the way I would like it to be and provide feedback on it. So yeah. Do you have some PDFs in Patreon? No, my Patreon, if you are looking for a Patreon where you could actually learn something, then my Patreon is definitely not that. My Patreon mostly functions as a gated community that is behind a paywall. And also, obviously, I provide the feedback. Well, I took a 2-year break, but I do paint. I just only use the expensive ones for fine work and glazing. Okay. Then it makes sense. Is Patreon the only thing we can use for feedback? As it is inaccessible currently? For me, I mean. Well, not really. I mean, if I had any other way to provide feedback to anyone, then I would have too much work, and I just couldn't do it, you know. Wouldn't be possible. Join at your own risk, I have warned you. I mean, we have fun in our Discord. I'm mostly using the cheap green handle DaVinci Synthetics for bulk work. If you're a base coating, then I get it. But still, having the same brush for detail work since 2018, it's still quite a long time. What palette serves you the best? I mean brand. The palette brand? I am using Redgrass Creative wet palette, but unfortunately, there is mold inside. So I don't know. Maybe it's my fault. Maybe I am storing it in some weird way. But I'm trying to to keep everything dry once I'm finished with my painting, and yeah, I take care of it, but still gets moldy. How about paints? My preferred brand of paint is AK Interactive and Baiho. Da Gonozal. Do free labor for me, funny cameraman. Well, there was a time when I was trying to provide feedback to everyone who asked me in my DMs. But obviously, as my channel grew in size, it was no longer possible. If I had to respond to every single message request that I have on Instagram or on my Facebook page, then that's the only thing that I would do, unfortunately. And it's not like I don't want to offer you guys feedback, but at the same time, I can't do just that. So the Patreon and the Discord was the only thing that made sense to me. Now I kind of feel like this highlight on the calf could be lighter. But those are just things that will be done later. Because I have to see it in the context of the corset and stuff like that. Thomas, I think because you are painting such a complex model and there's so many chats, you cannot make enough progress just in camera. So maybe simple aiming pieces would be better. Yeah, I agree. Maybe if I just painted like for my army, it would be fine. I have to check VOD of Marco Frisoni, because he's painting some high level pieces, but I just don't know how long it took him. MTech Productions. 2 out of 12 gloves done. Don't you think that at that point, once you finish, at that point, you'll be sick of the model? Oh, trust me, I'm going for tonight. Have a great week. Hopefully, see you Wednesday. Yeah, see you Wednesday, Thomas. How often do you clean your brushes with a brush cleaner? I wish mine like once a month, but I feel like no, that's definitely enough. Once a month is definitely enough. Like if you do like full proper cleaning. But it really depends, because if you don't let the paint actually get dry on your brush, then it's fine. You don't have to clean your brushes often. However, if the paint gets dry in the ferrule, is that what it's called? In the ferrule? In the metal part of the brush, and in the bristles, obviously. Then you have to clean it more often. So yeah, kind of depends. Fuck no, I'll be able to actually paint it then. Who are some of your favorite artists outside of miniature painting? Ooh, I can think of just one, and that is Guwais. If you are familiar with Guwais, Jonas, you are not an artist outside of miniature painting. You are an artist inside the miniature painting niche. But yeah, if you're familiar with Guwais, then him or her, I don't know. I'm just following the page. But yeah, you know what? Actually, I think that I'll end the stream at this moment, because I feel like I'm not making any significant progress, and I will have to readjust offline, think about it for a bit. Thank you for the follow, Mom Spaghetti TV. Great name. So yeah, also it's so hot in here that yeah, my brain is fried at this point. And we just lost 10 viewers, just as I said it. So, if you guys have any questions at this very moment, you can drop them right now. Because if not, then you'll have to wait until Wednesday. Whoa, Warhammer is actually... Games Workshop is online, huh? Interesting. Okay, now we are able to raid someone. Ulysses, thank you for the follow. Do you have other hobbies like video games or something else? And don't you have the feeling that painting takes up so much time that you could spend it on something else? Well, sometimes I do play video games, and whenever I do, I feel like I should spend more time painting my minis instead of playing the video games. But luckily, I'm not doing that so much anymore. Because I recently realized that when I was assembling Leviathan, I haven't seen my girlfriend for 2 days. We live in a 2-room apartment. I mean, yeah, okay, so you have to balance, obviously, your hobbies with your regular life. My sort of advantage, but that's also kind of a disadvantage, is that my hobby is also my job. So take of that what you want. Is the next stream on Wednesday 19 CEST? No, it's 18 CEST. Paint the video games. What? What does that mean? Okay, guys. So I would prefer if we could rate some stream. Who should we rate? Should we rate next level painting? What do you guys think? I need some responses, guys. I know maybe not a good question, but do you have a standard job? No, I don't have a standard job. I mean, this is my standard job. The YouTube is a full-time thing for me. Well, I also turned one of my hobbies, woodworking, into a job. Well, that's great. Curry cheese is amazing. Okay, let's check that channel. Kenny is great too, though. Wow, so we have this unique opportunity to make a poll. Who to raid? Or next level painting. Okay, I am starting the poll now. Wow, I butchered Kenny's channel. So sorry. Okay, it's even now. You guys get your votes in. Okay, so I guess that I have to choose because it's even. Alright, let's check the other channel that you suggested, Croy Cheese. Okay, so since Croy Cheese has less viewers, we will raid him. Sounds fair? Yeah, most useful poll indeed, right? Raid channel. Croy Cheese. Jesus Christ. Am I butchering the name again? Yo, oh, it's Cryo Cheese. What the hell? Okay, troopers, let's start the raid. And see you guys on the next stream, which is Wednesday. Remember that. Okay, see you guys on Wednesday. For Horde.